Altcoin Trader is listing Sui. If you've been following the crypto news, you know that Sui is one of the hot, exciting cryptocurrencies of this cycle. Now, we're going to be listing it on Wednesday, the 27th of November, 2024. And in this morning's video, we're going to talk a little bit about Sui. I'm going to cover the pros, the cons, and give you some type of insight so that you can make a more informed decision as to whether you want to buy this cryptocurrencies. As always, we encourage everyone to do their own research. Make sure that you are responsible for your own investing. Good morning, everybody. Let's get into it. But as always, let's have a quick look at the markets. As we can see, Bitcoin is at a new all-time high at $97,000 per coin. Guys, that's exciting because anyone who has ever purchased Bitcoin is currently in profit, unless, of course, you sold. So anyone who's ever bought Bitcoin, congratulations, well done on your investment. The rest of the market is definitely lagging behind Bitcoin. Bitcoin is leading the charge. And we know that this normally is a signal that the altcoins will follow. But right now, Bitcoin is absolutely stealing the show. The rest of the cryptocurrency is pretty flat at the prices that they've been over the last couple of days. Quick look at Altcoin Trader. We can see that Bitcoin absolutely amazing. Okay, guys, let's talk about Sui. Sui was created on the 3rd of December, the 3rd of May, 2023. So as you can see, it's a very, very new cryptocurrency. Now, some of the things that I absolutely love about Sui, and let me give you a bit of backstory about Sui. A couple of years ago, Facebook, or as it's now known, Meta, decided that they were going to create a platform currency. And the regulators, the governments around the world, and the powers that be shut them down so fast that their heads were actually spinning. The reason they shut them down is, and I made a video about this at the time, is can you imagine one of the largest platforms, one of the largest social media platforms in the world starting their own cryptocurrency? Basically, Mark Zuckerberg and the team put their hand up and said, we want to become the biggest bank in the world. And the regulators, the powers that be, the bankers said, this cannot happen. If that did happen, it would have absolutely changed the way we see finance today. So, of course, the regulators, the powers that be, wanted to keep the status quo, and that was not allowed to happen. Now, the reason that I'm telling you this story is because millions, if not billions, were invested into a technology that was going to drive this currency. So they built a team and they spent a lot of money getting ready to launch this currency. Now, that team, because they were shut down at Meta, decided that they were going to go and they were going to launch this product as Sui Coin. So I think right there we can understand that Sui Coin is not, like a lot of other cryptocurrencies, simply a cut and paste of code. This is something unique. It has many, many features and it is very, very powerful. I'm not going to go into that because that's beyond the scope of this video, but just to touch on them briefly, Sui can do something called parallel processing, which means that to scale it up, you just add more hardware. Just to give you sort of some stats, Sui is able to process on paper or theoretically 125,000 transactions per second. And Solana, which we all know is lightning fast, is half of that at around about 65,000 transactions per second. Some of the other pros with this, there are a lot of big investors behind Sui Coin, guys that have put a lot of money into Sui and are really making sure that this project is a success. It is a proof of stake coin, guys, and that's very exciting because that means that at some stage, Altcoin Trader, after listing Sui, will more than likely list it on the Easy Save program, allowing you to earn juicy rewards by staking your Sui. Right now, the return on Sui is somewhere around about 3%. So very, very exciting that you're not only going to be able to buy this coin and hope that the price increases, but you'll also be able to get those juicy staking rewards. Let's talk about some of the cons because like anything, of course, with cryptocurrencies, there's always cons and there's things that you need to know and you need to be aware of. I'm just going to click on Sui. Sui is going to have a maximum supply of 10 billion coins. Okay, so why is that significant? That's significant because right now we only have 2.8 billion SUI circulating. So that means around about 28% of the coins is actually in circulation. So we are going to see unlocks happening and the investors being able to spend their coins, and these coins are going to unlock and flood the market at certain periods. Now, this is going to be taking place till about the year of 2030, which I guess the pro shows that SUI is here for the long term. But what we've seen in cryptocurrencies, whenever there's a large supply coming onto the market, whenever we see that inflation, we see that the price can fall. Not only do we see that the price can fall, a lot of investors and traders and people holding SUI will often dump their coins before the release, before the inflation, and that in itself can cause fluctuations in price. So guys, that's something to be aware of. Only 28% of the circulating supply of this coin is out, and we are going to see inflation coming, more coins, which could have a negative effect on the price. An interesting thing to note that the unlocks and the inflation that we've seen up to date hasn't really affected this price. SUI has been very positive. We've seen the coin going up dramatically, over the last month, over the last couple of months. September was absolutely amazing for SUI coin. Now, maximum supply of 10 billion, well, that's not great because it does show a large amount of coins that are going to be circulating. However, guys, don't see that as such a negative, because if we look at coins like Solana, for example, Solana doesn't even have a maximum supply. We can see our max supply is infinity, and yet we all know that Solana is a very good coin, good technology, and it has been a coin that has really done very, very well over the last couple of years. So SUI is better than Solana in the fact that they've made it clear the maximum supply is going to be 10 billion. Now, guys, we at Altcoin Trader are going to be opening deposits for SUI on Friday. Okay, so that's tomorrow. Tomorrow you will be able to deposit SUI into your Altcoin Trader account. And the reason that we do this is so that when we open it on Wednesday, you will have some SUI to trade. There will be some liquidity in the books. A lot of guys use this opportunity to, buy SUI and then sell it on Altcoin Trader. And sometimes you're able to make a good profit by doing that. Guys, if you're excited about the fact that Altcoin Trader is launching SUI in less than a week's time, I'd ask you to hit the thumbs up button. Guys, also subscribe to my channel. I really am trying to get over the 14,000 subscribers, and we are just so close. So subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. And I will see you very soon.